Ah, pam, pam. Bonjour, comment vous allez? Comment ça va à tout le monde? J'espère que vous allez bien. Bonjour à tout le monde, comment vous allez? J'espère que vous allez bien. Moi aussi, je me porte bien ici. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you're listening to, oh, sorry, excuse, for wherever you're listening from. Good morning to you all, and thank you for joining today's program. Our today's program will be very, very short, very, very, very short. We have been working about a lot of things recently, and it's the reason we've not been able to get here online. But there's been a lot of people requesting and demanding for videos and to talk about something to speak about, something to speak about, because we notice every time we have something to talk about, one or two people out there are getting something from me, gaining something from me, learning something from me. So we educate souls and we educate people. We talk about lifestyle. We talk about living. We talk about. We have millions of programs to do. On, we're still writing. Today we're not even writing from a book. We're not even looking from a book. We're not even looking from laptops. We're not even looking from the writing. We're just going to talk about a rich but poor nation. You know there. You know what I mean? Like every other video we've done in the past. So I say before we start the program, or we give praises and thanks to God. We always keep everyone alive and always bring us here together for something to work the way we want it to work. And for those who something have not been working for the way they want it to work, I pray everything work for your favor, your marriage and everything you are planning to do, everything you lay your hands on will be prosper, like we always do our program. Okay, we're gonna talk about um, a rich but poor nation today. Um, like we've said several times about, we've said in the past, in our past videos about different things, about countries, about nation, about solution, about people, about marriage, about a lot of things like that. Okay, um, but today we will be saying, I will say good morning to you, all, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for joining the program. Sit or follow or join. But as you like our videos on YouTube, it's a live video. You can always come in and comment. You can always comment to likes. You can always, but we would like you to share the video to more people. The more you share this video to people, the more a lot of people get to um, learn from what we teach. The more you share the video viral, the more you made the video go viral. The more a lot of people will learn from what we have to teach. A lot of our speech will help different people. What we will be saying, I'll be talking about, we help a lot of people. And when you listen from something on this live video, maybe to those who are not who don't have chances or they don't have the opportunity to be on the social media, from what we are saying, from what we tell you, from what we share to you, from what you learn from us, you can share to people, and so it can go viral. Like I said, our mouth travels more faster than cars and horses because we speak. They have to work. So, okay, we're going to talk about a nation. We're going to talk about rich but poor nation. A rich but poor nation is, and now you see today I'm not reading from my laptop. I'm not reading from my book. I didn't read from anywhere. I'm reading from my brain because we've talked a lot about humanity and how people should behave. If you love yourself, you should love other people. If you love your country, there are things you do. If you love your, if you are a person who value humanity and life, there are things you do. Okay, we're gonna talk about a rich but poor nation. What do we mean by rich but poor nation? You know, when people are rich physically, but they are mentally poor, then we're gonna call those people a rich but poor nation, or a rich but poor people. You know why they poor? They're not poor because they don't have money. They're not poor because they do not have cash. They're not poor because they did not have cars, luxury cars, expensive cars. No, they are poor because of their thinking faculty. They are poor because of how they treat people. They are poor because of the service they render to people. You know what we're saying? That's why we say a rich but poor nation. And it can also be applied to people. A rich but poor man, a rich but poor people, a rich but poor woman. Okay, so we're going to teach about a rich but poor people today. Okay. We start from a country whereby things are not working. A rich country. How do we say a country is rich? Maybe when you have natural resources, mineral resources, and they have a lot of things, but they don't know how to make use of it. And the citizen, the masses are suffering, going through a lot of hardship. And there's a lot of things in that country, a whole lot of things that could give them money, millions, billions of money that could help them solve their problem. But they're not making use of it. Do they not know how to make use of those things? No, they do know how to make use of it. It is because they I think they're happy. This is where they are happy when people are suffering. That is how they triumph. That's how they triumph on their happiness. When they are happy when people are going through the Lord, when people can't even feed. That is where they make their money from. That is where they get their money from. It is not about they don't. It's not about if they fix those things really that people will be hungry. Or if they fix those things that the country will go poor or the country will go massively poor. No, the country will not go massively poor. It's because they are hot, they are thinking faculty of how they treat humanity. So when we're talking about a rich but poor nation, we're talking about those who don't know how to make use of their resources. It could be you as a person. It could be people. It could be group of people, organization. So it could be a nation, a whole nation. It could be a whole nation. Okay. So when we say rich but poor nation, we're talking about people who don't know how to make use of what they have. And when you don't know how to make use of what you have, you become that rich person but poor in mentality. In a country where people can afford a car worth hundred millions of dollars, 10 millions of dollars, 50 millions of dollars, but you see people sleeping by the roadside. You can tell me in his life, you can tell me it's life or nature that said those people like that. No, if someone can actually afford a car worth $50 million, in such nation, we should have few people without houses. You know what? We should have few people without houses. Maybe 1% out of the country, out of the whole nation should be homeless. Because why do I need a car that worth $50 million when I can easily save people who are sleeping on the street with my little money? Okay, why do I need to buy a private jet when some people don't even have a private life? Okay, why do I need to buy a luxury wristwatch when some people don't even know their time? Okay, so now this is the thing we talk about. We are not trying to talk. We are not trying to tell you how you spend your money. Now, okay, now we are not trying to tell you no buy Chanel, don't buy Gucci, don't buy this and don't buy that. But we talked about you. The last program we did was about humanity. Okay, okay, we talk about what do you think? How do you feel when you're driving in a Maserati, in a Ferrari, when you're driving in a very good car and you see people sleeping on the roadside? So what do you feel? You heard? Are you rich or you poor? What do you call yourself? Are you wealthy or you a slave? So what do you think? Those people are human like you. So I don't know how people really think or who people really think they are when the luxury laughter, the material things really matter to them than human beings. So I wouldn't understand how people think really. So we will never stop dropping different programs. So maybe sometime someday you're gonna get across my maybe you're gonna come across my video, you listen to it, you watch it and you feel like, oh, okay, no, I think I've been making a lot of mistakes. I think there's some people who need to eat. When I have this food in my house and I have to throw it all away, I have to trash this food. I can't even eat. You see, something you don't have. You see, what becomes your rag is another person's swag. Like we say, okay, what you cannot eat and put in your mouth, maybe the food is for 2 days or for 3 days in your house. You know those people, if you give this food to them, it looks fresh to them. It looks very, very fresh to them because they don't even have any means to live. Okay, talk about a country who generate power. who have money to generate power, who have money to do this, who have money to do that. All the government officials are cruising in a big cars, in a luxury cars, in a lot of things. And you imagine the citizens of that country don't even have power. They can't even sleep with power. They don't have power. No electricity. Okay, then how you gonna tell me you're ruling over those people, whereby you can give them the social amenity, you can give them the lifestyle they desire? Are you serving those people, or are those people serving you? So who is serving who? When we're living in a country whereby there's abject poverty and the people at the top are cruising in a very big car, in a very, so we're talking about people thinking. We're talking about here, we're trying to talk about or how people really see themselves. Maybe we don't value life until somebody go, until someone lost their life. Maybe we don't value the life until you can find out your neighbor no more. Maybe you don't value life until you can see that man walking on a barefoot every morning no more. Maybe we don't value life until you can touch them and you touched yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe we don't really value life as human until someone is gone. Okay, so I think at this point we should try as much as possible as human to always do what it is in our power to raise the support, most especially the government official. There's no means of you cruising a big car if your country is not at peace. There is no reason for you to travel abroad if your country is not at peace. There's no reason why you deserve to be getting treatment in other country when you don't have a standard hospital in your country. Let's say you're the number one citizen of the country, like a president of that country, okay? And then you're being sick, you feel sick, and you think what you have to do now is to travel. Now you have to travel out of the country to another country to go get a treatment because you're the president of that country. What is going to happen if you set up a standard hospital in your own country, and when you're sick, that man, that woman, those baby can use the same hospital you use if you really love your people. This is what we call a rich but poor nation. Okay? When we're talking about, oh, thank you, Vidish. Thank you so much, Vidish. Thank you. I love you guys. So when we're talking about when we're talking about rich but poor people, it doesn't matter how much the fleet of cars you are, or Croatia. You're from Croatia? Okay. How are you? How are you guys in Croatia? Thank you. I'm on a program, okay? Okay. So what do you say to people from how do you set up yourself, your lifestyle, your standard of a living lifestyle to the high level? And you have to be a president of a nation. You have to serve people. You are serving people. You are not ruling people. Stop saying ruling people. No, you are not supposed to rule those people. You're supposed to serve them, because before you attain that post as a president, as a governor, whoever you are, minister, prime minister, whoever you are, before you attain that post, you beg for those people post. Oh, sorry. You beg for those people vote. Please vote for me. I will be this. I will be there. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. And the moment you attain that post, you become so powerful. You become uncontrollable. You become so porous, and you become so nonchalant. Your attitude and your character, everything is gone, is vanished, and you want to live as a rich man over the poor people who voted you to, okay, maybe think this man is going to change our lifestyle, this life is going to change our thinking, this man is going to change the country, it's going to pour a lot of things in us. So how all of a sudden you're going to become a rich man in a poor land? How can you be the government official? All you do every day is to show the fleet of cars you have in your yard. Who is interested in seeing the fleet of cars you have when they're not even competing with you, when they don't even have money to buy food? They can't even feed themselves. They can't even eat themselves. They don't even know what to eat. They don't even have job to do. Who exactly are you trying to show those fleet of cars? Who exactly are you trying to show those wristwatch? Who exactly are you trying to show the expensive rings in your hand? Those who are not in competition with you, those who are not in fight with you, those who doesn't even know how to fix their life. What are you showing them for? What are you doing the showing off for? You're trying to tell them, you are my slave, I am your master. So when we're talking about slavery, it's not about people who came from one country to the other to enslave some people. It's the mental health, it's our thinking, how people see people. Okay, because when you see someone, when you feel superior over the other people, of course you see yourself as a master, and you see those people as your servant, as your slave. Okay, when we employ you and we vote you to serve this country, you are supposed to serve that country with integrity, respect to the people. We understand there is law. Okay, we understand that there is law, but when we're talking about law, there should be it should be minimal, because those people you're serving are not animals. So when we're talking about a rich but poor nation, it has a lot of details in it. There's a lot of details in it because it talks about people, the official, the government official of the ruling state or the ruling nation. Okay. How now we're moving to? We was talking about the electricity the other time. Okay, let's assume there's a country without electricity. And if a war, excuse me for using the word war, if a war is supposed to happen in that country, how are they supposed to fight back when they don't even have 24 hours electricity? In a country that doesn't even have the power, the number one thing, the most important thing in a country, the most important social amenity you can give is power. When you have power, electricity, you can fight about every other thing, right? You can fight. You can see someone sending drone to your country. You can see someone sending threats to your country. The soldiers, the army, the navy, the police, everybody is working for the security of the nation. But imagine a nation who is very, very rich. They are very, very rich, but they don't even have power. How such nation is supposed to fight back if there's a war that's supposed to hit that country? If there's a bombshell that's supposed to hit that country? If there's nothing that's supposed to happen to that country? How are they supposed to fight back? So when we're talking about rich but poor nation, it is the heart of people that are rich. Maybe sometimes I say these people are rich physically, but they are poor mentally. You know where every other rich people in the world get their money from those poor people. And when you get the money from those poor people because you think you're rich and you're wealthy, those people become your trash. Why do we work for the government? We work and we go to work every day, we come back, and when you have to spend the money, you pay the renter, and the government gets tax from me. You buy water, and the government gets tax from me. You buy food, and the government gets tax from me. And you work and you use transportation, and the government gets tax from me. You fill your gas from gas, or you fill your car with gas, the government gets tax from me. You're living in your house using your television and your electricity, the government get tax from it. So you guys getting tax from everything. As an independent people, you getting tax from everything from your citizen, the masses. But they are not getting what they're supposed to get from you. That is a rich but poor nation. When you're getting something from people, give them the same thing, okay? We're gonna talk about. I'm talking so much about the government officials, and this applies to different countries around the world. You don't like people cheating. You don't like people stealing, but you like to cheat people and you like to steal from people. The government officials. You don't like people talking. You don't like people to be in crime, but you commit more crime to the poor people because you think they don't know the law, because you think they don't have the power to fight you. A rich but poor nation, a rich but poor nation with a lot of things, a lot of natural and mineral resources, but don't know how to make use of it. I said in one video I did some times ago, I say, if you guys don't know what to do in some country, maybe you create a platform whereby those people you think are poor can also have their voice heard. If they have their voice heard, they are only poor, they are sensible. If you are poor, doesn't mean you don't have brain or your brain is not working. You are poor, but they are sensible. We need time this time to start giving people chances. Okay, we're not giving them chances because we think they're poor. They have nothing to contribute. but you're taking everything from them, from whatever it is they make, and you still getting your money back from. So we're talking about a poor and a rich nation. A poor and a rich nation is when you have everything, but your family, your country, your citizen, the masses are suffering. Taking responsibility of who you are, of the post you're holding, of the position you sit in, is what makes you a rich person and not poor person. If you go to take the responsibility of what you offer to people, makes you a rich and not poor person. But you don't want to take responsibility. I read the news yesterday about a country whereby the student, one of the students, killed herself because she failed the examination, the promotional examination, and the board of trustees came out to say they are sorry such thing happened. No, you are not sorry. You should take responsibility. Someone need to be jailed for that. Someone need to be sacked for that. Someone need to leave their post for that thing that happened. Because before that thing happened, you was there and you will be working in that position for over 20 years. And you don't know how to save people's life. And you don't know how to help people live. You don't know what to do to those students to make them happy. Now they lost their life. Let's assume it is your daughter, your son who lost his or her life. What you gonna do about it? Come out in the public and make apologies? No. So we need to start taking responsibility for what happened to people. Now, you are you're the organization, the part of the board of the board of trustee. One of them started crying that the little girl uh, murder herself. Do you know this person is over 50 years of age? 50 years of age, over 50 years of age. That tells you that these people are not the people of this generation. They are the people of 2 or 3 or 4 decades ago, whereby they benefited a good education, free books, free classroom, free writing utensils, tools. These are the people who benefited from free education. Now you cannot give free education to people, but you still made the education unbearable for people. We're not going to talk about her today because we did a program in the past about how you're going to fix the educational system to make it work. It's not. It shouldn't be what we have in the past. In 50 years that we are still practicing today. There should be changes. It shouldn't be what we have 50 years in the past that we'll be practicing next year. There should be changes. Okay, we're going back. We forget about it. We're not forgetting about it. We send our condolences to the family of the lady who lost her life. But we're moving to the poor and the rich nation, the rich and the poor nation. When we're talking about the rich and the poor nation, these are the things we're talking about. People who doesn't know how to take responsibility. People who have something but don't know how to use it. It could be people. It could be one person. It could be a group of people. It could be an organization. You may have something but don't know how to use it. Like I said in one of my videos, the last time I did it, say you have this money to buy a car. It's an instance. For instance, you have the money to buy a car, $50 million. How can you put the cars on the road, and there is a car coming, and the car worth just $500, $500, and the car is about to crash your $50 million car, and you start screaming, "Do not crash my car! If you crash my car, I'm gonna show you who you are." Who the fuck do you think you are? You are nobody but a piece of trash, because if you are somebody, you will use that $50 million to better people's lifestyle, not to be dragging same road with a car of $500, whereby you can afford a car of $50 million. So you are rich physically, but you mentally poor. You are rich physically, but mentally poor. So things we need to do and things we need to learn and things we need to start learning about life. It's about how we take responsibility of our action. Because whatever you do, I say something. One of my quotes says, the price you pay for your stupidity is called consequence. Because when those people you think you are ruling, when those masses, you You think you're ruling, that you're not able to give them what they deserve. When they turn their back, you're gonna be their food. They're gonna be the predator, and you're gonna be the prey. So in a country where we they are very very rich, we urge you guys, we beg you guys. It's not about taking from the people always. It's not about taking from the masses always. It's about providing lifestyle, better lifestyle for the people. Most especially, this applies to my African countries. Say, oh Lord, it applies to African countries. Say, oh Lord, if you can take from people, give back to people. Learn to give back to people. Learn to say, I'm sorry, this is my responsibility. I take responsibility and I take full responsibility of this whole thing that happened. There's a lot of people roaming around the street now. Why? There's a lot of business people can do right now, sitting down, making money if they have electricity. But they do not have the electricity. They gotta be outside. They're gonna be outside because they do not have the electricity. Now, how are they supposed to stay back indoor doing nothing? Be like that? No, it's not working. So they are outside because they don't have what to use, because they don't have the amenities that could provide for them, that could give them their lifestyle. They're gonna stay back home. You see, in a country where there is no 24-hour electricity, there's no power, you see children are not sleeping by 8, 9, 10, 11 p.m. in the night. That is bad. And they still going to wake up in the morning, go to school. They still going to school the next morning. And you think that is right? That is totally wrong. Very, very bad. Why? Because they couldn't sleep because there's a lot of heat. They couldn't sleep because there's a lot of heat, because there's a lot of humidity. They will not be able to sleep. And they're going to stay back online. They're going to stay back awake for till 12, 11 p.m. And the government or the president of such country travels all the way every time to go to different countries for his own ailments, from his own health. How about those children's life? How about those children's health? Does it matter to you as a president? Does it matter to you as a prime minister? Does it matter to you as a governor? Does it matter to you as a minister? The life of people should matter to you guys. That's why we say the rich but poor nation. Don't be that rich but poor nation. Your mineral resources, the natural resources, everything you're keeping in that box, in that sailboat, use it for the people. Make their life meaningful. It's not really about go to school, go to school, go to school. When they're done with the school, they don't even have a job to do. So what are we doing? How do you want to better those people's lifestyle, the living lifestyle? What are you going to do about them? We should try everything possible to make sure we are not rich only in physical, we are rich mentally. When you're physically rich and your brain is dead, you're poor. You are very poor, just like every other person, just like every other poor people. You go about the street arresting people because they sleep on the road because they are homeless. Huh? Because they're homeless. Now do you know why? The fleet of cars you have in your yard, in your compound, the fleet of cars you have in your garage can build different houses for those homeless people. So how do you drive $50 million car and you have people sleeping on the road? And you tell me you are rich or you are wealthy? You are not rich, you are not wealthy. You are as poor as those people because they are poor physically, you are poor mentally. You are poor mentally, they are poor physically. But two poor people. You are two poor people. So you can tell those people are poor. You can say they're poor. I plead to everybody. I pray to every nation. I understand there's some country doing very well for the people. There's some nation doing very well for their people. But for those countries, they're not doing very well. They have you think you going to embezzle money and do all of those things, we are begging you to, you know, do something to the people, to better the life of the people. We like you guys to share a lot of our videos because everything we say on these videos, every time we're on this platform, we talked about everybody. No one is excluded. We not excluding nobody. We talk about everybody. And we talk about every problems. We talk about everything. So we want people to always listen to this program. One day, somewhere, it's going to help those people. A book is written for some people to read. A speech is given for people to listen. A quote is written for for history to come meet, for history to come to, for it to be in an history book. A lot of things happen for reasons. We are not here uselessly. Everybody has reason to be alive and they have reason to live. And you go to give them the reason for them to be alive. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you are, it doesn't matter what you do. Government officials or this and that give people a better life. People deserve to live good in whichever country they are born. There's no country in this whole world wide that doesn't have the natural resources and mineral resources as little as it is on their own. Can we just please use those things to benefit our people? Most especially, give those people power, electricity, so everybody can do something with their time before it gets too late. Before it gets too late, give them something. Let them do something. Let them do something with their life, going out and coming in. A lot of people are suffering from different stuff. A lot of people' problem is not even money. It is their living standard. Everything they do is not working because the country they're living is not working. They're gonna get tired. People getting tired, We want you guys to please and please, wherever you are leading, ruling from, we want you to give a better life to people. Most especially, these videos go for the politicians in every country. Make life better for people. Reduce the charges on them. Reduce the taxes on them. Don't make them work for nothing. Don't be a rich but poor nation. Don't be a rich but poor person. Don't be a rich but poor group of people or organization. Be useful to people in any little way you can. In any very little way you can, be useful to people. We are on this live video to always bring something to your table, to talk to you about what should be done. And after this live video, you guys, you can go back to the live. If you are missing a lot, or if you just joined in, or you just came on the live video, you can just go to the to my page after, and you see them and you listen to everything we've talked about. We want everybody to live better. We understand everyone is not created same, but I tell you, if you're created better, if you're made better, you can make someone better. If you're made better, you can make someone better. If you're created good, you can make someone good. Everybody wasn't created equally, right? Yeah, we understand. That's what you're gonna say. Yeah, we understand. Of course, we know that. We know that. But if you're created better, you're created good, you can create a good life for people, create a good living lifestyle for people. Like I said, our program will be short today, but it's not even short again. We're over 30 minutes on live video. Because there's always this spirit that gets in me every time I'm on this live video. Talk about what you don't even want to talk about. Because the life is just so bad and brutal. How people see people, how people think. We don't want to be a rich but poor nation. We want you guys to help us build a better nation across the world so people can live better. whoever you are listening, wherever you are listening, share, make this video go a little bit viral. Maybe with time, we have people who usually talk about, please can you do this, or please can you do that, or please can you, we want you to talk about this, we want you to talk about that. We will always talk. We will always talk until it gets to the hearing of those people who need to listen. We will always talk until it gets to those people who need to do something. We will always talk until it gets to the ears of people who can make use of our voice heard, who can do something for people. People, human being. I really love every one of you who have joined this live video, and from my brother or sister. Okay, I think his name is Vusish. From my brother who have joined this video, thank you so much for from Croatia. From Croatia, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you and all every one of you who have joined this video. Make sure you are not a rich but poor person. Make sure you're not a rich but poor organization. Make sure you're not a rich but poor nation. Make sure you're not a rich but poor president. Think with your brain and give life to people. People have the right for the life they want to live. But if they find themselves in some kind of country whereby they are not given the chances of the kind of life they want to live, everything becomes so hard for them. Everything becomes so difficult for them. Everyone have dreams. But many people found themselves in a country whereby the country that doesn't support their dreams. The country that doesn't support their dreams. And they go on down like that, like they go back like that without achieving enough. They go back like that without achieving enough. It's not because they don't know how to do something. It's not because they don't know they're not good at what they do. It is because the country they found themselves failed. It's because everything around them failed them. We beg you guys to be a nation that is rich physically and rich in mineral, but rich mentally. When you're rich mentally, you will be able to set a lot of people free. People will have freedom. People will be independently free. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. I love you guys. I love everybody who's watching this video. And I'll say to you, I'll join you guys here again tomorrow. For everyone who's been on this video, who tap the like button, the heart button, who like the video, who share the video, who join the video. We love you, everyone. We will be here again tomorrow with another program, with another topic, with another sentence. Always take your pen whenever you're listening to us. You can pick up the point that everything is useful. No knowledge is lost. We love you so much. Thank you guys. Goodbye for now.